Yeah. Walked in like Doc, I got issues, duh. Sat down, unzipped my coat, 6 raccoons jumped up. He said, how you feeling? I said, paranoid and horny. Told him I hear voices and they all sound like Maury. He said, let's unpack. I said, let's unpack you. Then called him Daddy Freud while I huffed Elmer's glue. Drew a dick on the couch with a Sharpie mid-sob. Told his receptionist she got that trauma dump throb. Popped a Xan I found under his chair. Tried to fist bump a plant, started humping the air. Told him I eat batteries and dreaming cartoon porn. He said that's alarming. I said, bitch, I'm reborn. Therapy ain't working, I'm worse than I came. He talking to the mirror like remember my name. He said let's do breath work. I said I vape pain. Nutted in his trash can and blamed it on shame. Therapy ain't helping, I'm wildin' again. Tried to hypnotize his cat with my uncirc friend. Left a Yelp review, nice guy, 2 stars. Didn't let me snort chalk or fight my scars. Yeah. Doc said, let's trace back the source of your rage. I said sure, then head-butted a clipboard and stage dive his desk. Pulled a puppet from my bag named Dr. Pain and made it say, bitch, cry more, that's how we train. He asked, do you self-harm? I said only socially. Then dab while describing my emotional groceries. Guilt, shame, 6 dead frogs in a jar, and a recurring dream where I pee on a cop car. Tried CBT, tried EMDR, still dressed like a clown and scream, hoes the czar! Therapist said you need meds, I said bet, then chewed up his pen and called it a Percocet.
Hey, it's me again. Thanks for blocking my number. Anyway, I left my pants in your waiting room. And also a live weasel named Kevin called me back.
Therapy ain't working, I broke the code. I tried to fight my trauma with a cap gun mouth. He said, time's up, I said, so's your mom. They moved the front desk while I set off a bomb. Confetti. Therapy ain't clicking, man, I'm too far gone. Tried exposure, therapy showed him my schlong. Now I'm banned from the building and half the state, but I still do Zoom calls just to masturbate. Told him, Doc, I'm afraid of balloons and success. Then licked a framed degree and shouted, I digress. I role play as a stapler when I feel alone, and I scream, divorce, every time I hear a dial tone. He tried art therapy, gave me crayons and hope. I drew a stick figure hanging from a jump rope. He asked, what's this? I said, that's my GPA. Then bit my lip and whispered, I kiss Santa sleigh. Every tear is a joke, every breakthrough's a prank. I laugh so hard, I robbed a fucking bank. Me, you call it trauma, I call it a vibe. I'm built like chaos with a vibe check knife. I brought a ventriloquist dummy to process shame. It out therapy me, now we're legally the same. He wears my clothes and files my tax return. Told the therapist I'm fine, then let the curtains burn. Ditched rooms in the lobby, saw God in the drywall. He said, man, you good? I said, you sound like my mom, Paul. Now I journal in tongues, eat my meds like Pez, then freestyle trauma over Looney Tune threads. Crying in the lobby with a kazoo in my ass. Told my inner child to touch some grass. Doc said I'm smiling, I said, bro, I'm in style. Been fucking up mentally with flair for a while.
Mr. Graves, we will no longer be continuing sessions. Please seek help. Somewhere very, very far from here.
What about Thursdays?